Gaffer, an emotional night, promotion back to the Championship at the first time of asking. Just sum up how you're feeling right now.
Very happy. As happy as I could possibly be right now. I think to win here in any game anyway was a great result, but what it means is we're promoted, and the scenes at the end and the celebrations, I'm so proud of all the players and staff for what they've given the fans. It's a special night that will live with me forever.
And promotion for you personally, first season in charge as a manager at Birmingham City Football Club, where expectations were huge in the summer, and both yourself and the players have dealt with that expertly.
Yeah, I mean, the expectation's been there right from the very first second that I joined the club, and that was what I wanted. I wanted the pressure and expectation as well, because that's the clubs you want to be at. But for the players, they've had to, every single game they've been expected to win it. That's not easy. There's not many teams, if any, in England that have had that this season. Every single game, home and away. The consistency that they've shown. For me, it means the world. When I became manager of this club, I dreamed of making the fans proud of their club, basically, to give them memories and moments that they can cherish. And tonight was one of those.
Yeah, and talk about the supporters. 2,000 followed us to the Valley in that very first away game in the Carabao Cup. 4,000 here in Peterborough. They've been unbelievable, and having sustained a period of disappointment and suffering, they've really enjoyed that with the players tonight.
They have, and they stayed and celebrated. And I've said before, the club suffered enough, so you enjoy the good times, you celebrate the good times, And I always remember the first day I came to the club, I was told by the historian as I walked around St Andrews that the club has lost more games of football in the last 5 seasons than any team in England. And I straight away thought to myself, well, let's make sure next season we win more games than any team in England. And it's been a great journey so far. The way the fans have sort of accepted me was special, because I was obviously an unknown, not an experienced manager and everything else like this. I thank the owners for the opportunity that they gave me at this football club, because I know how passionate they are and how much they want to take the club on. And it just couldn't have gone any better so far. I'm very happy.
When you reflect on the 52 games, to have got over the line with 6 remaining, what's been the key to it? Of course, you can point to consistency, having only lost 3 games in the league all season. For you, can you put your finger on what the quality has been to get us over the line?
I think we've maintained a hunger and a consistency every day. What I wanted to make sure was that it wasn't we turn up on a match day and we, mess around all week at the training ground. It's that every day matters, every training session matters, every physiotherapy session matters, everything matters, and to sort of put the pressure on ourselves every day, so when it come on a match day, you're just used to it, and I think the players have done that, high standards, every day, every week, every month, and it's allowed us to be really consistent.
A word on the staff members who were all there as part of the celebrations. I know you were keen for them to get involved as well. How much support have you had from them?
Absolute amazing staff that we've got at this football club. Some of them that have been with the club last year, and most of them relegated with the club and would have all suffered with that and hurt with that. And I'm so grateful for the support they give at the training ground on the match day, because it's always, obviously, as the manager, you get the most credit and the most criticism out of all the staff when it's good and bad. But really, it's never about you, it's about all the staff, because you're only as good as your staff, you're only as good as your players as a manager. And thankfully, I've got very good staff and players.
How do you approach the celebrations then? How long can they go on for? Because there's, of course, a big game on Sunday afternoon.
I don't know. I think the players, they understand football, they're professional athletes, but there's champagne floating around in there, which is absolutely fine. I'm not going to be walking in and telling them to put that down. They want to enjoy themselves, whatever, tonight. They know we've got a wonderful opportunity on the weekend at Wembley, and I'm sure they're going to make the most of that.
And every single squad member should feel that satisfaction, because they've all played a part in getting us across the line and promoted tonight.
Well, they should. They have. That was our 53rd game of the season. We've had great contributions, from the players. A lot of them, some of them have played a lot of football, some less so, but when they've come in, they've done it, They're together, they're a team that's got really a good spirit about them, and I've sort of watched it unfold this season. I think winning does help, because they sort of bond, but there's a real togetherness there, and the togetherness with the fans, the staff. When you're together as a football club, you've got a great chance. You know, we need to make sure that we capture that, you know, and maintain this togetherness, fans, staff, players, because we are the club, you know, and if we're together, we've got a great chance.
And you are so driven, you do set such high standards. Do you allow yourself just to sit back and reflect on a job well done?
I will do, yeah. I will do tonight. I don't normally do that, but I promised myself that when this happened, if it happened, that I would certainly do that. So tonight I'll be reflecting on a special season.
Gaffer, congratulations. Very well done.
Cheers.